Hi there. It's Larry Podzoid. I have to talk to you tonight. Uh, I had to share some stuff, and new information came to me, and I have to set the record straight. Uh, I've been talking about schizophrenia and lately about the dangers of typical antipsychotic medication, or atypical even, the second generation. But then there was a third generation that's vastly out there now, I understand. But I said in one of my previous talks on this that the problem with the medication being so dangerous in the long term use is that they don't even try to start from the ground up to make a different kind of medication for schizophrenia, psychosis. Okay? So I stand corrected now. A news article came to me from a relative in California, and my social worker friend said she saw that a couple of days earlier when it came out, and knew that I wouldn't be into it, would not be into trying it, because it works totally differently on the brain chemistry. If you understand these things, it's called Combenfy or something. Combenfy or something. Combenfy, I think. How do you pronounce that? Combenfy, like Abilify, is the one I take, but third generation. But this is a fourth. This is a totally different. It works on different. It doesn't work on dopamine and serotonin depletion like the first and second generation antipsychotics did. And the third generation, I don't know what the hell they do, but work on the parts of the brain they need to, and only when they need to. Then I guess is what they said for the one I take. Why it was added, and it made a big difference. Huge cognitive difference for me added, but it ruined my back and caused scoliosis. So they're dangerous. But so this is from the ground up, something different. But would I try it? Not at my age. That's those kind of drugs. When you go on them, it spins your head around, and the way you see the world around you, yourself, the way you act, react, talk, speak, think, feel, everything about you, psychiatric drugs changes in your brain. And I'm not going through that experimentation again, which is really what it is, until they find is going to work for you or it's not. It's an experiment. Well, if you're young, if I was younger, I'd jump at the chance to try something like this, but not at my age. Forget it. So, anyways, I want to set that record straight, and I'm done worrying about people who choose to judge me instead of look for me, the person I am. Me myself, and accept me. Instead of judge me because I'm not the way they want me to be. So I've organized myself to afford this new synthesizer. You can see here, it's like a mini Moog, There's a volume up on this, or I have to alter it. Well, there's no instruction manual with this. There's a over 2 hour tutorial on YouTube, and it compares it to the Mini Moog synthesizer, classic of the early 1970s. Because there's no it's all analog. There's no digital except MIDI triggering of the keyboard. Uh, a recording of the keyboard plays its velocity after touch sensing and all that. But so the knobs on it, it had no sound on it when I set it there, turned it on. I had to figure out how to set the knobs to get any sound to come out of it. It's fun. Well, there are all kind of knobs. The knobs do always something different, every one of them, and I understand all. I got sound out of it, so I understand something about these things. I learned something in 1978, which takes me back to there with that type of synthesizer from all those other ones. It's unique. It's analog, mainly circuitry. Uh, so there's been a comeback in that in vogue. Analog synthesizers, like the vinyl records, are coming back in vogue for audiophiles. Some audiophiles with big turntables and audio say it's better recording. I don't know, but it's been a long day, and anything else important I need to say? No, these can be short messages too. I mean, but so I'm done worrying about things I don't need to worry about. People who don't accept me and judge me instead. And so I've got something to entertain me now, and I'm going to love this part. I love this already. I was having this playing with it earlier. When I got hooked up. So my aide, I went to mention, helps me a great deal with this. This aide program I'm in for my back condition, and my pain level was down. I'm doing an experiment with physical therapy evaluator who was here the other day. I mentioned too. So she said keep it up for a couple of weeks till she comes back, and she'll do a summary on it for my primary doctor. So physical therapy is a specialist, actually. So we had my X-ray for I meant to mention too from Genesis, the one hospital in Ohio, or a bigger hospital where they sent me to. We got the disc, and I can see it on my computer. So I should have done a physical therapist evaluator, and I said, see the way my curve comes up from in the middle and the back of my spine or pelvic bone or whatever they call it, tailbone or whatever. And it curves immediately to the right, like 2 or 3 vertebrae, severely curved to the right. Okay, so I said, I've been watching how I move, to the evaluator. I said it's become a matter of watching how I move throughout the day, and walking doesn't seem to set it off or trigger it, but certain movements, if I feel it coming on, I just back up and go the other way. I turn around and go the other way because I'm not into the pain, going into the forward pain, full extreme pain that puts me to bed. It's not fun. It's no shit. I mean, so it's not fun. But so, anyways, so she said keep trying what I'm trying with the other medication I take for this, and a different dosage, and we'll summarize it for the primary in a couple of weeks. So, but she said, yeah, those curve to the right like that. When I move certain ways, that would pinch those nerves coming out of those vertebrae to the hip area there, where I get the intense pain on the right side hip. So it's from the back curvature. I knew I would learn something from those X-rays. I didn't know what, but I knew I would learn something, and I did. So I know how better to move myself and not. I have to. Besides paying attention to what I'm trying to accomplish and do for the time being, in the moment, I have to pay attention to how I'm moving. My motions are just not triggered as intense pain, extreme pain, or make it worse. So exacerbate is a medical word, make worse, but so it's looking good. I mean, my toy here will keep me entertained and happy, and to be peaceable and not bother anybody. Whatever happens in the world, the crazy world is the way it's going. That does so many things that I won't. It will take me a while before I figure out the sequence or how to program it to play notes by itself. And then you turn the knobs and you do all kind of freaky things like, well, some bands did that, like I like, but but anyway, I'm making my own original stuff though now. I think I maybe at this point another leap and bound of broken, transcended. I should say. I always was on the search for transcendence when I was a 16-year-old reading psychology books from Malden bookstores. Uh, so peace and love to everybody. It's 8.5 minutes. We'll take it there, and then have a nice night, day, wherever you're at in your day, night, and see you later. Take care. Love you all.